All right, I'm back. Yeah, like I was saying, he had years and years and years to do that, man. He had years and years and years to do it. He could have did it the first year he was there. You know, he could have, man. You know what I mean? Obama's still not in jail. Podesta's still not in jail. Hillary's still not in jail. You know, he could have did that because when you want to really expose something, you expose it in the way that you know that actually effectively exposes things. If you wanted to tell everybody that extraterrestrials is a fact and all that, you would go and speak to the nation about that. You would go on the TV and have the nation. He could have did the emergency broadcasting thing anytime he wanted to. Anytime he wanted to, he could have did that. He could have declassified all that stuff right there. He could have exposed the Podesta emails, and I've been looking through these declassified files. It's a whole lot of stuff I see that hasn't been declassified that should have been. It's a whole lot of stuff. He didn't do anything, but at all. And see, you need to realize that. He did. If he really wanted to expose something, that he would have came on TV and exposed it. And just we got to help the world get past this trick, get past this thing. It has to. He is working. He is a part of them. And if you haven't seen my documentary series, The Ritual, start from the first one and watch it. I have, and this is not me being arrogant. This is just the facts. I have the best documentary series on YouTube. The best documentaries that expose that whole Trump deal, that exposes just the whole thing of what Trump actually was and is. It's the truth. So if you haven't seen it, it's worth the watch. I put stuff out that nobody else had put out. I just don't see how people could see that and then not have gotten it, and so that's why, I was getting so frustrated. I was mostly frustrated with these people that I was arguing with, and it was just a bad situation, And I'm sorry if people took, offense to some of the things that I said, if it wasn't meant for you that way, and even if you did fit the description, man. But this is the thing, I see a whole lot of people. They come off in a way that's fiery a lot, and people respond good to it, But it just seems like it's different rules for different people. And so when I feel like I need to do what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it. And I'm doing this right now for healing for everybody. You know what I mean? Like I said in the Card Game Coincidence video. A lot of people who believe who believed in that whole QAnon thing, and etc., aren't stupid people. So there we go again. So I said everybody isn't stupid who believes in it. So I believed in it at one point. It was designed to catch smart people. Now, what is really ridiculous is that if you see all of the evidence, and then you still don't see, so this is a healing video. This is an informative video. Now, depending on what happens next, I probably do to some people, I probably will have to get on and maybe do something fiery, but I wasn't trying to get wrapped up into as much as this stuff anymore. So that's why, but me not doing an episode on this would actually be a disservice, because I'm trying to do something positive with this, not scold a bunch of people and all that, try to help people's feelings, help repair any bridges, or help build bridges that need to be built. Okay, so now back to this. I'm sitting here looking at these declassified files. There's so much stuff that's just missing. It's some stuff you can't even read because it looks like it's written in code. He didn't do anything, man. He didn't do anything. He's not coming back to do anything. He's not the president anymore. None of that. He's not. He doesn't have a plan to help you. He doesn't have a plan to help us. He could have done that. None of what happened. You know, none of what most of what's said was supposed to happen. Basically, almost none of it happened. So you got to really sit and look at it, like the level of planning that goes into a lot of this stuff. Like whenever they would take the pictures in the White House of all the soldiers, you know, sitting down, laying down, like real, like calm, and it's the calm before the storm. This takes this stuff. When people do this stuff, you got to put this in perspective. When people do this stuff, okay, this stuff takes planning. You know what I mean? It takes planning and executing. So that's not somebody just saying all of a sudden, well, you know, we're just gonna all lay down extra. We're gonna lay down like extra comfortable and do that. Man, people, if you were a soldier, the last thing you would want to do is be in the White House looking like you're not on your like you're not tip top, like you're not just laser focused. You would do everything the best you could, even if it was just making your bed or cot or whatever, or just your area around you in general. Think about it. If you were around your boss, are you gonna do the just be as sloppy as you can? Well, some people do, but you know, everybody's not like that. But some people, we know how that is. Some people just don't care. They don't give a fuck. But yeah, man. So you really got to think about that, you know. And so basically, he didn't do anything. Obama's not in jail. None of this stuff that it just, oh my God. And these people, they got away with it again. And it's going to keep going on. And now that you got Joe Biden in there, see, this is the thing. This whole deal with Antifa, Black Lives Matter. Now, I'm not saying that they don't have, some people really believe they're doing the right thing, and there's some real people in all these organizations, okay? But the whole thing, I explained it in my documentary series, you know, it's just, they're trying. They have so many, they're pitting people against each other. They're pitting people against each other, and they're getting everyone to focus on that and not them, okay? That if we all participated in this whole little deal, you know what I mean? Now, us who have been Trump supporters at one point or another, you know what I mean? We really got to sit and look at what happened and make sure that this doesn't happen again. And I do not support Joe Biden. I do not. You can go and look through I have videos on Joe Biden, older videos on here. I don't support him, you know what I mean? And now, it's a piece by piece plan, you know what I mean? They don't do everything in one false swoop. And they look to gauge people's reactions on certain things, okay? And so they're being fluid in how they come at things, okay? They're trying to get everybody to buy into a system that if we knew what the hell the whole thing was about, we wouldn't want it. And I exposed this in my documentary series, the Ritual, you know. I'm going to put the pad numbers again, et cetera, the whole Space Force thing. Okay, look at it like this. The whole Space Force thing. We don't know really what the hell they're doing up there, okay? They're setting up but what I believe, they're setting up these satellites, okay? These systems, all right? To where they're gonna have it to where they already, as a matter of fact, I was seeing something, you know, about how what was it? It was Planet Lockdown. I think that was the documentary, and she actually goes into great detail about that. You know what I mean? They're gonna have all our systems. They're gonna have all the military, right? The military. They're gonna be the ones handling the IT side of it. It's a military operation. It's protected by the military. That's the Space Force thing, okay? Look through Star Trek, right? And then like how they got the Star Trek Insurrection. They got the Star Trek what's the character Q? Look through Star Trek, right? And see all the references they have that line up with the QAnon movement. And look at the symbols look at the symbols and all that, and compare them to the ones with Space Force and all that. That is what this is, man. That is what they're doing. They're going to be handling all that. That's why they have that patent. The patent cryptocurrency system. This isn't if. This isn't maybe. This isn't Q is talking some crazy conspiracy theories. No. That's not what this is. The patent number's out there. Is Bill Gates in jail? No. Are any of these people in jail? These people are doing this, man. They're doing this. It's being done, okay? He took all the money. He took all that money that people donated. He didn't give people pardons who need to. He didn't give, what's the dude with the WikiLeaks? He didn't give him a pardon. You want to know why? Because the dude, he released, as if he's even still really alive. He might be dead, but he gave away the secrets on Trump's buddies. He ain't getting a pardon. You're not saying you don't give a pardon to the person who released the information to help the people of the world, but you give a pardon to just come on, okay? These people are doing this. That's what they're doing up there, okay? Well, that's part of it. That's part of what they're doing. I'm sure of that, okay? The predictive programming. They have news. They have commanders, military commanders on TV. Talking about giving out the vaccines, and et cetera, okay? Why do you think they're doing that? They're doing that for a reason. People, it's time. Look, man, people, it's I know a lot of this stuff has to happen. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, man, it's gonna be a lot more people getting hurt than I thought. It really is. And so it would be that's what they're doing. They're going to have everything set up like that. Look at the patent numbers. Check out what's being done. Okay? They're slowly going to make it harder and harder for regular people to have their finances correct. Okay? And you see what happened with the whole pandemic during Trump's administration. You have no idea. I don't have any idea. I know it's going to be some shit. What the fuck they're going to do? But it's all a trick. It's all a trap. Trump is not the savior. They're trying to pit Black Lives Matter against these people, Antifa against these people against these people. That's what's going on. And they're gonna continue to do what they was doing before. Okay? That's what's going on. And Trump is gonna be chiming in with his just great words of wisdom to stir people up, because literally there's people, I've been on the internet checking this out, there's people, they don't see it yet, and I feel bad for them, man, because it's just kind of like, if you don't see it now, well, some people don't know about the whole QAnon thing and stuff like that. So some people, they just don't get it. And that's what we need to do. We need to help people get it. You know what I mean? They're gonna keep the racial stuff. They're gonna keep these groups fighting. And see, Biden, you ever had? Okay, check this out. And this is what I believe what kind of villain Biden's gonna be. Okay. Now, yeah, you have the one like Trump that's loud, boisterous, you know what I mean? Thinks he's a bully, real arrogant, you know what I'm saying? Fucking just the whole thing, you know what I mean? Now, you have people who, they sit there and they pretend that they're a nice guy. Well, which Trump did that too, but you know what I'm talking about. Like somebody who pretends they're real nice, or like somebody you'll meet maybe at the church or the mosque or whatever, and they just pretend to be this person of God and real polite and real nice, but underneath there's a goddamn demon that lurks underneath. You know what I mean? Saying stuff like, I'm gonna make sure nobody gets disrespected. If you call a transgender a boy, When it wants to be called a girl, that's gonna be 5 years in the penitentiary. You will not disrespect anybody during you get my point? And that's just an example. So please don't nobody, flip out on me. It's just an example. So you see, or like the boss you have who acts like they're real nice, but they're just like a creepy, little conniving, sneaky. They gonna stab you in the motherfucking back, but they gonna do it in a little sneaky way, and they'll stab you and run before you turn around, and you can't see anybody, and come in and act like they're trying to help you while they sitting there while you sitting there dying, and pretend they call it 911. Yeah, just call 911. Man, I wonder who stabbed you. You're back. That's what Biden's gonna be, and there's no telling what's gonna happen next. And so they're still trying to do the Civil War stuff. Okay, this is still going on. All right. I repeat. Do not fall for the lies anymore. Do not trust in Trump. Do not trust in these people who have been lying to you. Do not trust a con man or a con woman. Don't do it. If I'm telling you, your instincts are there for a reason. Do not. Don't fall for it, man. Don't you do it, okay? The pad numbers are there. That's something. That's facts. That's facts. It's the whole Space Force thing. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Okay. So now I'm gonna probably have this. I'm probably gonna make this maybe 3 parts. You know what I mean? But don't fall for it, man. Don't you do it. Okay? Don't you do it. I mean, this has just got to be just the craziest thing I'd have never seen, man. Okay? Like I said, with the Wi-Fi, they got the 5G Wi-Fi going on. You know what I mean? They're saying they got new strands. You got Biden in the... oh, my God, man. This shit, I can't even believe it. I cannot believe that they have... This is something I want all y'all to think about, okay? What kind of world do we live in where you can literally have footage, right? You can have footage of Biden groping kids in the White House. You can have footage. You can have proof that the AIDS virus was invented and given out to people and have the patent numbers, right? In the world where you could literally have the description of people who were wanted for murdering a child or whatever, and they're in the White House. What kind of world do we live in where you could be Hillary Clinton and you could be really on this tape doing this murder and you're not even in jail yet? And the people who we're mad about, the people who are arguing with each other, Black Lives Matter arguing with just whoever, Antifa arguing with these people, Trump haters are arguing with Trump lovers, and Trump lovers are arguing with everybody else because they think that he's the next great whatever. I mean, and the people who are doing the big crimes, they're not in jail. They're not caught. They're not caught. What are we doing? I mean, we supported the system and the system failed us again. We supported the system. Okay? For everybody that's just so smart, there's got to be some kind of something that us regular people can come up with, man. You know? And I have a couple of solutions. Some of them I'm gonna bring right now. I'm gonna bring some more later. Now what I can say is, sometimes, man, sometimes the simplest things work the best. Okay, and sometimes something could be so simple but yet so effective that you wouldn't even believe it. And they have the spiritual master named Master Z Gang Shop. He's a Taoist master, among other things, and he always says the Tao is extremely simple. The Tao, the way, nature, basically God, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, man, there's things that we can do. One thing that it might not sound like it would be effective, but I know some spiritual masters who they have this thing with the love, peace, harmony movement. Okay, and they have a song that has it's sung by a spiritual master, and it has super high frequency and vibration. You know what I mean? And what happens is people pray, and meditate, sing this song while asking for blessings for the world. And whenever a bunch of people do this, that really does change. First of all, it gives you so much good karma. It just wipes out some of your spiritual debt. But the more people do that, the more the love, peace, and harmony, frequency, and vibration is brought on Earth. You say you want to move into 5D, even though just because something's in the fourth dimension or 5th dimension, that doesn't mean it's going to be all love. But the way I understand the way some of y'all mean it, basically, if you want the frequency and vibration of this world to change, the more people have that frequency and vibration coming off of them, the more it's here. Now, they have a whole movement going on right now with that, where everybody, you don't have to get together in person. You can, but then we all do this meditation and sing this together. I have felt blockages being removed with that. It's crazy. Some will be putting that stuff through here. You know what I mean? And you can check it out, and you will see it can be scientifically broken down. Okay, it can be scientifically broken down, and they actually have someone who can break it down and has done it. I've told you about her works before, Dr. Ruler. You could read the books. There's matter of fact, I'm gonna put a couple of spiritual people who I know are real legit. You know what I mean? That will just go above and beyond for you and can explain this stuff good. That's one solution. Okay. Second thing has to be done. We have to get this message, the message I'm talking about right here, and the stuff that I talk about and the stuff that people like me talk about. We need to get that to more people. Okay. So there needs to be a network of where it's not any hating, it's not any just, you don't just want to serve yourself, you don't want to be just greedy. It needs to be everybody needs to push each other's stuff. Everybody, we need to have these events. We need to have these events, wholesome events, that are about positive change. Okay, the people. We need to figure out ways to be able to get people to understand this type of stuff that's going on and what we're talking about. That's another solution. Okay, I'm a solution-minded individual, regardless of what some people might tell you or whatever. That's true. I want solutions. That's something that we can do. Share my documentary series. Share other people's stuff. I share other people's stuff. I share people's stuff. They don't even share my stuff. I share their stuff, but they won't share my stuff. But whatever, it is what it is. But that's my whole point, man. You need to have talks with people about this, okay? All over the world, okay? Okay? We need to educate people, you know what I mean? How can we stay away from this genetically modified food, GMOs? If you don't know about that, please look that up right now. It's extreme. It's probably one of the number one things detrimental to your health. Okay, how can we grow our own food? How can we do this? How can we execute it? Okay, these are plans. These are solutions that will work. Okay, what can we do to get these people to stop spraying us with these chemtrails? You ever notice that every now and then, out of nowhere, there'll be a time to where everybody will just out of nowhere start feeling sick all of a sudden? Why do you think that's happening? Because of this 5G. It's because of these chemtrails. You don't know what a chemtrail is? Please look up what a chemtrail is, okay? You're being sprayed with poison. That's how serious this is. I don't think people understand the gravity of what I'm saying right now. I don't think people understand the gravity of what some people are saying. Do you understand that these people are trying to kill you and your kids? Do you understand that? They're not playing with you. You want to play with me. You want to play with each other. They're not playing with you. Okay? Okay? So, you need to think on that. Because I think on it. And I feel bad that I got sucked into that whole thing. I really do, man. And I feel bad that I feel bad when I gotta get on people, like when I gotta flip like that, man. But sometimes I feel like I got to, man. Y'all don't just, if y'all could see the stuff, man. See, people don't see the stuff I go through behind the scenes. And they got a bunch of people, I know I ain't gonna tell you the truth about what really happened. There's a reason. Trust me. Everything I do, I ain't just gonna trust me. I don't just go mess with people for no reason. Never been like that. So those are some solutions, though. Okay, those are some solutions. I think those are the only ones I feel comfortable with talking about right now at this time. That's what needs to be done, man. Okay, all right. As far as the whole racial problem goes, well, I don't even want to get on that. I'm not gonna get on that right now. But so that's what I'm gonna say. I don't want to make these too long because of the storage problems. Okay, now, throughout this video, okay, there are healing frequencies, real healing frequencies, okay? Whenever you play this, you are receiving a healing on all levels. Really, really you are. There are also, in the background, okay, there are prayers and blessings for everybody who wishes to accept it throughout this, okay? To help you feel some inspiration, to help you feel a little bit better about what happened, to rise up with courage. Sometimes that's what it takes, I'm somebody, man, who me, at one time I was like 100 pounds maybe, you know what I mean? Or whatever. And I don't get handled like I'm 100 pounds no more. You know what I mean? Straight up, at all. I'm a motherfucking lion. Who has ants trying to control it. But that's what I'm saying. So you can go through defeats. You know what I'm saying? Or setbacks. And rise up from that. Okay. And that's what this is. Rise up from that. And see what I'm doing something different than a lot of other people did with you. There's a whole lot of other people, who appear in people in the spiritual community, people in the conspiracy community, et cetera, who they're sitting here, which I don't know if it's the right thing or the wrong thing. Just I think that maybe I needed to do it something different because I'm trying to come at this situation with love and not anger and not me trying to, get on people and make people feel bad. But there's a lot of people who they rubbing it in a lot of people's faces that they was wrong and they was this and they was that. You know what I mean? We all in life are wrong at some point. You know what I mean? And just because we write about one thing one time, that don't mean that later. So my whole thing I'm saying to y'all, man, is I'm coming to y'all, in the spirit of really trying to make trying to make something positive out of all this, you know what I mean? And so I'm sorry if I offended anybody, man, you know what I mean? Well, I'm not really sorry. I hate to say this. Some people I'm not sorry that I offended, to be honest, but there's other people who I am. So if I did, and if you're a good person, well, you know how it is, man. I don't like to make people feel bad when I feel like they don't deserve it. Okay? Some people I don't care about though. So what I'm doing is this is different. So that alone should let you know, man, where my heart is in this. You know what I mean? It's we the people. And yeah, do I feel like it's different sets of people? I wish it wasn't like that, but at the same time, I'm always living in the way of it's we the people. Now, just because other people make the decision to not do that because of the color of my skin, that's on them, not me. Okay, but and even if it is past life karma, because just like I'm creating all of my own karma in life, that's what people are doing too. So it's not an excuse. But I'm trying to go ahead, man, and just let y'all know that I understand how much. You know what I mean? Y'all wanted this to be right. Yeah. He did this to all people. He did this to all people. I told to the racist people. I told them. Trump don't give a fuck about it. He doesn't. He doesn't. Okay. He doesn't. He is in bed with the Zionist, not you. Okay. If if he had a choice where there's all the Zionists in the world in that spot, and there's all the neo-Nazis in that spot, and he had a button to press for the which side for them all to die, he's gonna press that button for the Nazis. He doesn't care. You should see that now. Okay. And he was a racist. He was trying to start a race. So I'm surprised he didn't get it started. I'm kind of surprised, actually. I guess people are doing better than what. There are some things that some of their plans aren't working as good as they want to. Because I would have thought by now. I'm kind of surprised, actually. I think everybody's really starting to see how serious everything is, and so people are starting to put things into perspective. But those are some solutions. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off because I don't want it to be too long, man. So yeah, I'm still checking out these declassified documents. I'm gonna be recording some more episodes. Probably the next gift episode will come out, either that or maybe part 2 of this. Okay, so yeah, support my work too. Hit the Cash App. You know what I mean? I'm putting it through here. Support my work, man. Support my work. There's a healing in this. A real healing. And and it's an honor for me to be able to do that. So I'm not the one who needs the honoring, because actually it's an honor for me to even be able to. Oh man, that almost just started giving me chills right there. So actually, it's an honor for me to be able to help y'all, man, in any kind of way. It really is, man. And some prayers do come true, because they had one big, huge prayer that I wrote a letter to God. And I'm not going to say what it is in the letter. But what I can say, that's one request I definitely got that I know it was divine intervention. So anyway, yeah, man, every time you listen to this, you can get a healing, and yeah, man, we're going to rise up from this. And out of the ashes. Okay? Something that's righteous, something that's for real can rise. Because as much energy as we all put into that whole fuck Trump, fuck the Democrats, fuck Trump, and fuck the Republicans, and Black Lives Matter, and Antifa, if we put all that energy into positive things, we can it would at least be a bigger amount of positivity that we would be dealing with. Because the negative stuff's gonna be there. We know that, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, so think about what I said about all that. But I'm gonna go ahead, man, and get out of here, man, and yeah. God bless y'all.